Okay, this is your second time through dealing with graphing on the Cartesian or rectangular coordinate system. So we're going to go rather quickly this time. Let's begin with a little bit of vocabulary. The plane is broken into 4 quadrants. When we label them, we use Roman numerals 1, 2, 3, and 4. Starting in the top right corner and going counterclockwise. The point in the center where the two axes meet is known as the origin. And it is very important that you don't get mixed up the x-axis and the y-axis, because if you have your x and y mixed up, you're going to be plotting points in the wrong places. Let's begin by plotting a few points. Let's say I want to go 4 units to the right and 2 units up from the origin. This would be the point 4, 2, not to be confused with the point 2, 4, which is 2 points to the right and then 4 units up. Every time we plot a point, they're always of the form x, y. The first number tells you how far to go left or right. The second number tells you where to go up or down. Let's say we are on the positive y-axis. This point would be 0, 2. Over here on the left, if I go 3 units to the left and 1 unit up, that would be -3, 1. Likewise, down in the third quadrant, this would be -2, -2. And in the fourth quadrant, if I go 2 to the right and 4 down, that would be +2 representing 2 to the right and -4 for 4 units down. It's that quick and simple, but you need to be very accurate on these. Now I've got an empty grid here. I'm going to place a few points on this grid, and I'd like you to please tell me where these points are located. I'm going to actually just draw out a pattern here of each of these points. And I know they kind of look like they're all in the same place, but it's important that you don't get your variables and numbers mixed up. So I will label these A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H, and I'd like you to pause your video very quickly, and if you would, write down those values, the coordinates of where those are located, and then in a second you can start back up here and check your answers. Okay, point A is located at -2, +1, because it's 2 units to the left of the origin and 1 unit up. B is located at -1, 2. C is located at 1, 2. D is at 2, 1. E is at 2, -1. F is at 1, -2. G is at -1, -2. And H is at -2, -1. Note that in the first quadrant, both numbers are positive, so all values in the first quadrant will be of a positive, positive form. In the second quadrant, the first coordinate will be negative and the second will be positive. Negative, positive. Third quadrant, both values will be negative. And in the fourth quadrant, it will be of the form positive, negative. And those will always be the signs of the coordinates located in those quadrants. This question of is this point on this line seems like a rather cheesy question, but quite honestly it's a very important question, because this is how we check our graphing. This point is of the form x, y, and basically they're asking us, is 6 times 3 plus 5 times -4 equal to -2? Technically there's a question mark over that equal sign because we're testing whether this is true or not. We have 18 minus 20. Is that question mark equal to -2? And the answer is yes, -2 is equal to -2, and this is a true statement. This ability to check whether a point is on the equation of a line is an essential skill.